Hey guys, we have another unboxing video for you today, and it is the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. I am so happy to have this. I mean, if you guys have been seeing our YouTube channel, you've known and you've seen that we had the hashtag TGP SNES, which actually ended up getting wrong while saying it during our first video talking about this. And my clock is going off in the background if you can hear it. But I don't care. I'm not doing a second take or anything. We're doing this all in one take at the very least. If I can try to open this thing. Oh my god, I'm ranting because this thing. Oh, by the way, number 29 because the specific Toys R Us that I was at, it was a very small Toys R Us. Not telling you guys where because I don't want any stalkers. Stalkers could please apply around never because I would rather not have any of you guys. But I mean, I love fans. Just I prefer a no stalker style of. Fan base. But my point is this, right? My point is that, oh, it's in other languages. My point is that we went to, Tristan and I went to a, oh god, went to a very small Toys R Us that I thought, oh, they might only have 15 or something like that. And if they did, then we definitely wouldn't have gotten them because we, of how far we were back in line. But we actually ended up getting 1 in 90 because there was only one allowed per person, thank God. And it was 1 out of 90. So there are 90 of these in that one little small Toys R Us. So I can only imagine what some of the other Toys R Us has had, which makes me think that Nintendo, you really did a good job in providing a lot of Super Nintendo Classic Editions, and one can only hope that there will be more of them when Nintendo re-releases the NES Classic Edition in 2018. But even though this is Tristan's, because he bought it and I didn't, I will hope that Nintendo will be putting out more before, what, 2021 or something like that? I don't know. But still, so let me open this. I think I can do this while I'm talking to you guys. The moment of truth, I don't want to damage this box. Tristan doesn't really care about the box quality, but I do a lot, actually. Not for older games, per se. Hey, now you're playing with superpower. So I don't really care when it comes to older games and older game boxes, how the box quality looks, because of course, I'm going to understand that it's been beaten down, it's been around for 20 years. Like if I got, let's say, an original Super Nintendo box, I get it. But this thing here, it's brand new, so I kind of want to be very, very, very gentle with this box. So let's see what I got here. First off, did not get a manual with the original Nintendo Classic that I ended up getting because I bought it through a third-party seller. So, and I was fine with that, honestly, because again, Tristan bought it off me. So that's his nut manual. But oh man, this is beautiful. Oh, come on now, let's do this. Oh. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got just standard warranty stuff, nothing big, nothing major. And then here it tells you, hey, this is how you start up the SNES Classic, which I'm sure all of us would basically know from from working with the original NES Classic. But I want to see if there's anything else special in here for you guys. So this actually turned out to be a poster once I unfolded it. Whoops. Well, either way, Tristan's going to have a new poster for his room. He was actually looking for a poster, which is kind of funny. And on the back, if you ever need to know how to turn on the system in a bunch of different languages, he can actually take the poster off his wall and just do that. So, good for him. Good for him. Now, let's see here. We got standard. So, I wonder if this is actually the same exact cable as that came with the NES Classic. I do. Oh, that's all. Oh, actually, this is packaged a lot better. If any of you guys know how the NES Classic Edition was packaged, it was really rough to try to put everything back in carefully without breaking, some of the cardboard inside. So I'm actually really happy that Nintendo packaged things this way because it looks a lot simpler, to me at least. But yeah, I don't know if the voltage is the same. I would imagine that it would be. It's the same light on. If you guys can see here, it might be a little bit hard, but you can see it's the same light on brick here that you had for the NES Classic Edition. And now I'm going to pull out the controllers because I want to see how these things feel. Oh my god, these feel amazing. I don't think you guys understand. I'm about to pull out my original controller because you guys need to understand. This feels amazing. This is, and it's funny because some of you, especially if you guys maybe didn't have an original controller, you might not, I don't know, you might not understand that when you get third-party controllers, there's always differences with the directional buttons, and even with pressing the A, B, and the X and Y, although I have to admit, Y feels a little bit awkward, X a little bit too, maybe it needs to be broken in, but A and B, the start buttons are a little stiff, but this directional button, oh, it feels amazing. Oh my god. And of course, looking at the actual Yeah, it's sadly another one of these plugins, so sadly you can't bring in your USB controllers or your original Super Nintendo controllers, which sucks. So I'm gonna get my other Super Nintendo controller right now to show you guys what I mean about how it just feels the same, even the weight. This is actually a weighty controller. I like it, not hollow like some of the other third-party ones that I've gotten recently to try to get more Super Nintendo controllers in my library. Okay, so what's funny here is I said this was going to be an original controller. It is a third-party controller, and a very beat-up one at that. Dear God, I need to clean this baby up. I use this for all of my Let's Plays, and actually, it's funny, the buttons feel exactly the same, because while this is a third-party controller, it's a third-party, quote-unquote, original controller. That might seem a little weird to say out loud, but I got this when I was a kid, so while it doesn't seem like it is an official Nintendo licensed product, it was still being made with similar, I would say similar products at the time, or at the very least a high-quality one, because, again, while it won't really make sense to some of you guys if you don't really see it in person, the other ones that I have that are newer third-party don't feel like this. They don't feel like one of these that I have here that came out, with the Nintendo itself, Super Nintendo Classic itself. And honestly, I'm very happy. But you know what? We've been seeing this right here. Let's actually get to this. That was my original one that I dropped. So it's okay, guys. I'm not Tristan, if you're watching this, please understand. I love you. I did not drop it, and I'm not going to drop this on camera either. All right, moment of truth. Oh God. Wait, is it? Yes. Obviously, this is it's just painted on. But oh God, that's beautiful. This I feel a little weird about because I feel like unlike the one for the original NES, I do feel. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do these come out somehow? Are these? Oh, okay. No, hey. Where's the switch? Oh, it's under here. Okay, so I think I should go under here. Oh, wait. What? What is that? That's weird. That's. Not a big fan of that, but they still come out anyway, and that's pretty fun. Obviously, I assume the light will go on here to tell you that, hey, it's on. The reason why I'm saying I'm not a big fan of the reset is because I feel like with the NES Classics, the reset button, it's a bit harder to push, where I feel like this reset has the opportunity to break easier. That's just in my opinion, because it was a lot easier when I was a kid to just turn off the power and eject it, because I never really needed to reset, and always felt a bit flimsy, even on the original Super Nintendo. And this one, I worry about this, because you're going to need to reset for this. If it's like the NES Classic, you're going to need to reset to use save states. So I don't know if if this was a good decision to make it like that. But again, I don't know about the save states just yet. They may have changed that. Serial number, they're just fine. And then Super NES Control Deck. And then here we are with the HDMI out and the DC in. Okay, of course telling you, hey, by the way, HDMI back here, guys. And it has the fans back there. It's funny, this looks so much like an original Super Nintendo, but there are some key differences. You might be wondering what they are. Well, let's show them off scale-wise right now. So I'll go more in depth with an actual review a little bit later this week, but just looking at the two, this is my original beat-up, need-to-clean Super Nintendo, right? With the little eject button in there, reset power there. Obviously, these do not come off. Oh, God. Are you okay? Your mouth is so dirty. I'm so sorry. And here we are with the clean, new, sleek NES Classic Edition. Literally could just ride it like a horse. That is just so crazy. I would not put that one on top of that one. And yeah, of course, the backs look very different. If any of you don't know, yeah, that's how the backs of a real... Oh, God, right, the Nintendo helpline. I assume that does not exist anymore. And let's see how the bottom of it looks just for a second... yeah, serial number, and then let's say the same old, no, just the FCC, being all FCC-like. Now, some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have actually noticed some of these cartridges in the background that I have, like the original Donkey Kong Country that I've played on Matt Beats Games from his childhood, and I just want to show off how they are essentially the same size, just for scale. Donkey Kong Country here, I have Yoshi's Island 2, which is essentially... let's see, almost the same size, if you want to do it this way as well. Yeah, when it comes to height. And then we also have, which both those games are on the Super Nintendo Classic, if you don't know. Same thing with Mega Man X, another game that I've played on Mapping Games for Childhood, along with Yoshi's Island that I just showed. And a game that I haven't played, but man, do I want to. Super Mario RPG, which again, all of these games are on the Super Nintendo Classic. So I'm gonna give it a little test run before I give it to Tristan. Yeah, but how funny is it? Like, if I stacked these up, right, so I'm going to gently stack these up. Just stacking up 2, you're going to notice that they're almost bigger than, and then the third surpasses. That is just the scale on this thing. It's just crazy how small this is. Just for comparison, and I'll go more in depth when I do a YouTube review of it. But oh my God, this is a thing of beauty. I am so happy that I will be having this for about 2 weeks. In fact, I might just never be friends with Tristan again and just send him $80 through PayPal. Because I don't know if I have the heart to give this back to him. So yeah, this has been another unboxing from me, Matt Marrero, on Those Guys Play. And definitely tune in to check out our #TGP SNES. Oh God, I couldn't say it again. Our hunting that we went on. You can see some of those clips on this specific channel for watching Those Guys Play. And also, make sure to check out a little mini kind of, I'll say, mockumentary, a little documentary thing that we're going to do with some of the clips that I took from the camera. That I actually, because I also didn't just use my cell phone, I used my actual camera, the one I'm filming this with right now. And yeah, I did that as well, so you can actually see that on this channel. It'll be coming out a little bit later on this week as well. So thank you all, and we're at the end of this unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you can get yourself a Super Nintendo Classic Edition, because honestly, we did show up there at, 6 in the morning, but I don't think there were 90 people on that line. I think they may have had a few extra. I'm not saying, go to that specific Toys R Us, because again, I didn't tell you guys the address, but I'm just saying that I honestly believe that, you don't have to pay crazy prices for this Super Nintendo Classic like people have paid for the NES Classic. I think you'll be able to get this for under $300 or $200 or even on $160 or something like that. I really think that you can get this for either retail price or, a little bit over. Alright guys, thank you all so much, and see ya.